Our cameras are hot. We are back with another one. This is episode 232 of the No Hangover podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, rate, follow across all platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Spotify. Check us out on our socials on Instagram at No Hangover Podcast and on TikTok at No_Hangover. Back with another one with familiar face kind of, unless it's you just tuned in the past 2 years. But Marty Marzz back on the No Hangover podcast.
Yeah. What it do? You know what I'm saying? I'm back for episode 232, and the last one was what?
156.
156. That's crazy.
Yeah, time flies. Been putting in that work.
Mm-hmm.
Getting things done. There's been ups and downs to it, but we're still here. We're still thriving. We're still fucking putting out videos. So, what's been going on in the past 2 years for you? Shit.
Well, first things first, being a mother. So being a mom. I've been working on music, but not as much as I wanted to. Like, it's kind of been on and off situations, whatever. I moved back from down south. Well, I moved down south and I came back from down south.
In the past 2 years?
Yeah, I went down south and then I was like, it's expensive out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got time for that. So I'm like, I got the money yet to live down there. And it's just like, an apartment with my family, babysitter, daycare's expensive, a babysitter's expensive. Like, you can't just be trusting anybody like that. And out there, they got a scam, so I ain't got time for them trying to scam.
Daycare is kind of a fucking scam, because those it makes sense, because it's like, they know people are going to pay for it because they want their kid to be in good hands and shit.
But a base price, so
but they be taxing the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, I paid like $300 a week. Crazy.
You're pretty much paying rent for your kids that you're going to be taking care of.
That's why, you know what I'm saying? People who have like the parents that can stay home and the grandparents, that is awesome. Or you're able to stay home and don't have to work. That's great. That's why I'm like, no.
Do you think like working from home would be like a better option, or?
Oh yeah, I kind of look, but honestly, I just don't want to be on nobody's clock. I want to be able to do what I want to do, and eventually it'll come. But at home would be a more better option. Obviously, I don't have to get up. I don't have to get done up. I don't have to waste gas. I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? When I need to go do something, I can go do it real quick. Yeah. Depending on what it is, some jobs you can take it with you on just on a laptop. Some jobs they require like two computer type of one deal.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, no, definitely. Self-employment is definitely the route that I am currently on, and I feel like it's not for everybody, but I do feel like just like with everything else, it has its pros and cons. But like just for me at least, and I know like how the way I operate and like how I want my life to be, I knew from a young age that like I either gotta be rich and have money, not even necessarily be rich, but like make a decent amount of money, or this life is gonna be a struggle for me. And like working under somebody is also like, not that I have a problem with authority, but like I don't really like people telling me what to do.
I understand. Just like I was saying, like I'm literally working a job that says I cannot have my nails done. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Like, I'm already here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, just giving my life to y'all. And I don't get paid enough. And you guys are stressing me out. Then I gotta be a certain uniform that I gotta pay for. Then I gotta be this. Then I gotta do that. And it's just like, I don't even like this job that much. I'm not even having fun. I don't feel like I'm myself, and I don't feel like it's meant for me. But obviously we gotta do it because we have responsibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta pay the bills. The bills don't stop. And especially, having a kid too, that is definitely like, I feel like people don't, maybe they do, but the financial responsibility that comes with that, not only are you just taking care of like somebody else, and like, you got to make sure they stay alive, but then like they grow so fast, got to go through clothes all the time, food, fucking like you said, daycare, the toys, all that, it's just a constant thing.
They want this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like our parents used to complain, but now they want iPads, Xbox, this and that.
They want all the expensive shit.
Like, I'm just like, bro, but it really does motivate me, and working a job like to really push my own thing because I'm creative in so many ways. I don't got time to be working with people. It's not something that I'm gonna, oh my gosh, look back and like, wow, I was a scheduler for a fucking doctor or whatever the fuck. No, I wanted to be like, damn, look back, I actually did something that I loved. You know what I'm saying? Or I tried it, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So as far as like, with all that going on, everything is just as being alive, everything that comes with that, and then on top of that, being a mom. Like, how do you balance the creative part, and how do you keep that part open still? Because I'm sure, like, you know, just like everything else, kind of life gets in the way sometimes, and you know, you can kind of lose track of like what your bigger picture is.
Yeah, so sometimes the creative just comes like a burst. Sometimes when I'm overly stimulated, you know, stressed out, doing a lot of stuff, sometimes it's hard to be creative, but sometimes it bursts out. Like, it's really hard to tell sometimes, and sometimes when I need to, like, of course, you know, when I'm in that mode, you know, but usually when I'm busy with a lot of stuff, I really don't do music. I just be at work, do what I gotta do, and I be home, sleep, because I just be tired. Yeah. But usually, whenever I need to, or whenever I get that burst, I usually just try to go with that flow and just jot down what I need to, or listen to beats, or do whatever, you know. But you know, it's just a balance. Whenever I have that time, I do it, or sometimes I'll obviously create that time, especially if I'm feeling it. Yeah. So it's just like with my day to day, you know, depending on how I'm feeling and how many, you know, what inspirations I may have, or feelings. So yeah.
Time management, I'm sure, is a big thing. Like, is that something that is, you know, because you just said you were a scheduler for a doc. Do you think like anything that you've learned from that, or you do from that, kind of helps you with kind of your time management, or is that just something you were like? Because I know that for me, at least, like, that was something I had to work on for sure. And, like, doing the podcast, having to schedule all my own shit, you know, making sure I don't double book myself and all that other shit is definitely, like, a learning curve for me in the beginning for sure.
I feel like I feel like somewhat, because I've always been someone who's kind of particular with a lot of things. And I learn things very fast. There was nothing really, you know, was different with me, but it's just more of the procrastination when I do too much. Yeah. That'd be my problem. Like, okay, I'm working all these hours. I gotta make sure my son's fed. I gotta make sure this and that. Yeah. You know, before I go to work, after I go to work, by the time I be beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I know I had to do this. I know I want to do this, but honestly, I'm just fucking tired. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that comes with everything. I just need to, you know, boost myself up, you know. Yeah. Make sure I take my proper vitamins, because, you know, as we get older, too, the other things that we're not just agile like we used to be. You know damn, ain't that the truth? Like, it's so for real. Like, we're not even that old or nothing, you know.
Damn, that shit's creeping up quick.
But no, it is. Like, you really got to keep yourself, like, hydrated.
Gotta stay active. Yes, you know, you gotta do some type of exercise or some shit. Yeah,
so that's what I always try to do, even if it's dancing, moving around. My son riding his bike, whatever. It's got me some roller skates.
I was about to say, you got a built-in workout plan, probably chasing your son around.
Yeah, you know. So it just be too damn hot. You know, Florida has been way too. That's why I'm so happy. It's about to be fall and winter, even though we don't have nothing crazy out here. But once it gets cooler, that's all I need. But, like, the humidity be crazy.
I fuck with Florida winters though, because it's like, you know, you get like a nice little cold front for like 2-3 days, and it gets back to like 75, 80 degrees, 85 degrees, and then you get another. So like we get like maybe like 2-3 weeks of actual cold, and it's spread out through. So I, you know, I fuck with that. I'm not a fan of the cold. So
I do. That's why I say I like it, and it's not humid. Like, I wish it would be like that all the time, you know. But I'm just happy that the season is coming. Yeah. And I gotta go hard. I'm going to EGC.
Where?
So I got a workout
plan. Is that your first time going?
It's my first time. My friend's dragging me to go. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll go. Like, I've worked them back in the day. Oh, nice. Like, doing petty fab. Yeah. So I used to bring people to them, but yeah.
Damn, how you feel about it? You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be interesting. My friends, I'm like, you know, I'll listen to EDM, you know, stuff. I know they play a little mix of other stuff, but it's not really my thing. But
yeah, I felt like maybe like 2017, 2018, 2019-ish, like I was like, oh shit, like that seems dope as fuck, I want to go. For whatever reason I never went, and then like that phase kind of came and went, and like my cousins still go, and like I have a few friends that still go and shit, and like, oh, you should go, it'd be fun. But like at this point I'm like, am I gonna have fun though? Like, I'm gonna be sweaty as fuck, the music's gonna be loud as hell, like I'm getting to that point where it's like I'm turning into an old man for real. Like, just get off my lawn type shit.
That's funny. But I mean, I was just like, I'm like, fuck it, why not? Because I mean, the older I get, you know, they want to get it. We're all about the same age. We're all have fun, you know. I know how to have fun. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to experience it for the moment.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't like it. I don't like it. I said I did.
Fair enough. You're going for all 3 days? Or what is it, 2 days, 3 days?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. At first I was like,
shit.
damn. What the fuck did I agree to that? I said 3 days. I should have just did a Saturday. But I said, you know what? Whatever.
Or like a Friday, Saturday, have Sunday to rest.
Oh no, but I made sure I got Thursday and Monday off.
Oh, bet. So you plan for that shit.
Yeah. I'm using that PTO.
Shit, it's gonna go to waste if you don't. Fuck, so might as well.
Yeah, because before I leave, so I'm using up everything. Every little thing I get. If I need to get a week, a day off every week, that's what I'm finna get.
Hey.
Okay.
Bet, shit, fucking don't let that shit go to waste. Do they pay you out with PTO? Because I know some places do. Other places like are fucking weird about it and like only pay you out a certain amount, which I never get because it's like I earned that PTO. Like it's time to earn, so like why can't I get it fully or what? I don't know. Some places are weird about it, but
I don't know about getting that like if you leave or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure because I ain't worried about it because I'm gonna use all of my stuff. So that's why I ain't worried about that.
Ah, shit. There you go.
So, you know, at least every one day I can work towards what I need to. Taking my business, doing this or that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just leave. You know. I already told them, get ready.
It's coming. Don't know when, but it's just coming. So I mean, you just said you have, you want to leave, you want to do your own thing, and become your own boss. What business ventures are you pursuing to make that dream a reality?
Food and feeding your bellies, nutritional things. Food restaurant business, whatever.
Yeah.
Food truck, whatever it comes to be, just something, just selling food, Cause I just love to cook and I like to feed people, Eventually, then I could just do big old food drives, once I get bigger. Cause I'm a type of person, I love to cook. I'm great at it with no effort. And yeah, I chose a few people. That's a Cancer in me, I guess. I'm very motherly, comforting, blah, 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 whatever they say. But I do like to feed people. Yeah. And I don't know what it is, but I like to cook, and I don't mind. I feel like it's something that I could do, And it helps with everything, with music. Use it for content, videos, play it in my restaurant,
for real. You could be your own playlist and just fucking promote your own shit in your restaurant. That would be dope as fuck. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So I just think about everything I want to do it, that could help boost my music. Or, whatever. You never know. You never know. So there's a lot of things I like to do. So I was like, you know what? That's what I like to do the most. And I know I'm good at. And I don't have to go and learn it to a couple certifications just to, be legally. Yeah,
whatever, FDA. What is it? FDA? Is that the food or whatever?
No, it's not FDA. It's a company to sell food, like especially like on DoorDash and stuff.
Turn the mic over.
It's just like the what you call it, the safe and serve.
The safe for your health. All that shit.
There's like 3 of them, so it's not too bad. It's like $700 you have to pay for everything, but.
Is that like a monthly thing, like a yearly thing that you have to pay for? Like
it could be semi-yearly. Oh, okay. So every 6 months, or you could pay yearly. So you either pay 6 months for the certificate or whatever, or a year. So that's how they do it.
Shit, yeah. Because running a restaurant, like I know a few, like my older sister, like her friends, her parents I think they still do, but they have an Italian restaurant. So like, and she worked with them for a little bit. Obviously, I mean, I've worked for a couple restaurants. Like that shit is. It's just hard running a restaurant and shit and making the inventory with all the food and all that shit but like if you could do it right, like that shit is, I mean, people are gonna come back. Like people gotta eat. Like that's the one thing you need.
And people are gonna spend money. Things now, Uber Eats. At the end of the day, I feel like everything there's gonna be something that you have to do to run a business. There's gonna be a lot of things that you have to do, like just like how inventory, a warehouse, or this or that. Just imagine
employees, dealing with that shit.
And actually, you start with 5 employees to 100 employees, But look at the companies that got 5 million employees, just or whatever. For an example, it's just like if you going for that dream, you know what comes with it. At least you can do it. You get to be comfortable at some point in time, So it's like all the work you put in for somebody else to not even do half of the stuff that you would do if you're managing your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can learn stuff obviously from working jobs, and how to structure stuff or how they do certain things. Like, of course, you can get tips and stuff, but other than that, I feel like, get what you need to get and dip.
Yeah, no, for sure. And
I
mean,
what you want to do.
Yeah, I feel like kind of like just, especially like if you're, going into like being your own boss and being a business owner, like just life experience and taking things from like you said, from past jobs, things that you've learned, different skills, things in that, and you just apply it to yourself at that point, like, and like just whatever little things that day-to-day stuff, like, are you going to be a boss that wants to be more involved in the company? Do you want to be a little bit more hands-off and hire managers and things like that? And that you have the luxury and the options of deciding how you want your business to be run. And again, like you said, it comes with everything comes with its own pros and cons, and there's going to be stuff that sucks, and there's going to be days where, especially in the beginning, where it's like, damn, like I'm working overtime right now and not getting paid it, but then in the long run it works out.
Everything's good, you're still free, you're your company.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So most definitely I feel that. But
so what kind of food would you want to serve?
Healthy food, a Caribbean food mix, somewhere where you can pick the healthy choice or pick the
not so healthy
choice.
The comfort choice.
Yeah, the comfort choice. There you go. So yeah, so I just want to give that, because I'm a type of person, like, I like to be healthy. Like I like to be healthy. Like my son, what he eats, like he loves vegetables, his tomatoes, he loves salad, like everything. Like I want him to be raised the way I wish I was raised with certain stuff. So we didn't really get addicted to candy or this or the sugar and stuff,
Which is good, because most kids, even if they don't, they fucking hate vegetables for whatever reason. Just like that's all they eat as a baby, and then they get like 5 years old and like, nope, I'm done. Like, I want chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
Yeah, my son, he don't play. Like you could put chicken nugget salad or whatever, he would go eat his cucumbers, his salad, and everything first before he eats the chicken nuggets.
That's good.
So
that's good.
Yeah, like there's those times that we all want some comfort in our food.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
To be healthy most of the time, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to share that and share the options. But even it being comfort, I'm still gonna try to alleviate most of the way some people make certain food, just to kind of make it like a healthy. Comfort option.
Yeah, because it's in the way people cook stuff. Because a lot of things that just make it unhealthy is like cooking like seed oils and things like that, and just like instead of using like what's it called? Like they'll go for the tastier option instead of like getting something that might not be, but then you could dress it up a little bit with different seasonings and shit like that, and like just depending on what you use. Because like I eat relatively healthy for the most part, and I'm definitely like, if I didn't work out and I didn't, like, I would be big boy. Like, I love to eat. So, like, that was something that, growing up and then, being out on my own and figuring out how, like, how to fend for myself is like, all right, how can I eat what I want to eat? But, like, again, just not it be so, like, fatty and so, eating all these sugars and, taking in all these fats that I don't need to and all this other shit. And, it really is as simple as just, just substituting certain things for something else.
And balance, too. Because you can have your cheat days.
For sure.
You can enjoy what you want to enjoy. Just have a balance. Have, don't eat too much. Eat at certain times, And to my job, sitting at the desk, and the way these doctors always bring us food, or these reps, I'd be like, bro, this is exactly why I'm getting away sitting at this desk. That's why I'm like, I got to go. For real. I'm like, I got to go. They're bringing us some lunch. They're bringing us
for real, doctor. It's wild how like doctors in doctors' offices and shit, like the employees there, they're like, sometimes you be like, are you sure y'all working at the doctor's office? Like, some people, like, they be the most unhealthy. They be bringing all the food and shit, all the fucking the donuts and the Chick-fil-A and fucking.
But then it's too, because it's like the pharmaceutical end, the people want the doctors to use their medication, so they come butter you up with some lunch. They bring you foods and stuff.
That shit is a dirty game. That shit is, all of the pharmaceutical stuff and like just even like some people that I've talked to, like nurses and things like that, how like they want the doctors to like push these pharmaceuticals and like pretty much like salesmen, and they get incentives off based on how much of these pharmaceuticals they sell and shit. And it's like you might not even need that shit, but it's like, hey, here, still take this. Like when it's like
that's why I stick to natural things. I'm not a person like, even if I get a headache, I'm not
water
unless
and
I got a real bad like fucking toothache or something, then I'll take pop some pills or something. I'm not taking no medication. Like,
water and a nap is usually my remedy for a headache.
Drink some tea.
Take a bath, a warm bath. Yeah. Shit, some Epsom salts help.
Natural shit.
Yeah.
Natural. You know, if you need to, you get some honey, put some garlic, some onions, some cloves. You let it sit. You're going to taste good. It's not going to be the best. Everything that's good for you is not going to be the best tasting, but you got to do it. If you gotta take some also, pills, then it fucking
right, and that shit fucks up your liver and all that other shit. But also, like, some people just, like, sometimes it's like, have you eaten today? Like, how long did you sleep? Like, did you get a good night's sleep? Oh, well, that's probably why you got a headache. That's probably why you don't feel good, because you're not, like, just, like, simple things, like, just, again, like, sleep and just exercise. Like, a lot of people just, like, miss that. Hydration is a big thing. Like, people who don't drink water or, like, don't like water, that shit never made sense to me. Like,
you're like, what?
What the fuck? Like, how are you alive? Like, how are your fucking organs working right now? It's just probably shriveled up. Like,
thirst, like,
for real.
Good fucking water.
For real. Bro, there's nothing like that shit. There's nothing like that shit.
I can drink water. I don't care. I'll drink juice here and there, but I'm the person like, I'll drink water. If I want it cold, I'm gonna drink it cold. If I need it like this, I just do for whatever.
But even now, like, there's all these, like, because, like, even my refrigerator, like, I got, like, those, the poppies, like, those prebiotic sodas that, like, they're only, like, 25 calories and, like, they only got, like, 4 grams of sugar and shit like that. Like, even what, Coke Zero, that's, like, zero sugar, like, so, like, you can still get those, like, you know, knock out those cravings and, like, still go with a healthier option, too. Like, but... Man, I know people, especially like working in landscaping and shit, that will just fucking drink soda and energy drinks and coffee all day. And I'm just like, and I don't see them drink water at all. I'm like, how the fuck are you functioning right now? Like, how are you not about to pass out? Like, I couldn't imagine just being outside, especially in the dead of summer when you're fucking been working 4, 5, 6, 7 hours.
Some fruits or something, some water.
For real.
Like, that's the type of shit you need when you're doing that type of shit. I don't know fucking soda.
Nah, mad, especially like in just in labor work in general, like any construction or labor work, like there's a lot of energy drinks, a lot of soda, coffee in the morning, like a lot of fucking eating from gas stations and shit like that, just all the time. And it's just like, I don't know how you're functioning right now, like. How are you not falling apart? Because me, like, again, like, you know, I'm in relatively good shape, like, but, like, I can feel, like, if I'm dehydrated and I've been busting my ass, like, there's no way a soda's gonna make me feel better. There's no way a fucking energy drink is gonna fucking, you know, oh, bet I'm ready to go. Like, that shit's gonna make me feel worse. Or, like, it'll give me that, like, initial spike, but, like, an hour later, like, I'm gonna be, like, feeling like shit again. And sometimes even worse, because you're taking in all that sugar and all that. I'm just like, man, like, people are, I don't know, built different or just like ready to die because they just be fucking.
Y'all gotta take care of your health, you know, like that's really important. You don't want to be old, cripply, sick, and nasty growing up. I'm trying to be agile, okay? I'm trying to be moving around like I am right now at 70 years old, okay? I'm trying to be outside popping, twerking, and whatever I need to be, okay? My grandkids gonna love me. The hell, because grandma gonna be doing whatever.
Fun grandma.
You know, that's how I want to be. I want to be like, oh, my neck, my back. Oh, grandma can't do this. No.
Damn,
no. I'm like trying to be agile, feeling good, keeping myself young. My family is already one thing. I got good genes already because everyone in my family look like they're younger than they really are, and it's perfect, you know. So I already got that. So I just want to make sure that my knees can keep up.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
They be cracking already. I said, oh shit.
I noticed that. Like, I'll be getting up and making these old man grunts, like ugh, like and all that. I'm like, damn, like that shit's happening right before my very eyes.
I'm like, no. I said I need to get my ass in the gym, stretching like I was doing, you know. I haven't been as consistent because it's been blah blah blah, feeling blah. But now, it's game on. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because also too, like with all that and being active and shit like that, like you also gotta like, you know, rest and recovery is also very important, and like, you know, listening to your body. Like, yes, push yourself, and I'm all for pushing yourself and all that other shit, but like you also gotta like, all right, like when your body's telling you like I need to rest, like I need like, that's enough, like for real, like you're pushing me too much, because then like if you overexert yourself, then you're not gonna be able to push yourself how you need to efficiently and get the results that you want to. You ended up, you know, fucking yourself up, pulling a muscle, hurting yourself, and then it sets you back in the long run. So like sleep, you know, fucking like I said, Epsom salt bath, the sauna. I love the sauna. The sauna is, I live by that shit.
I love the sauna too.
I be going every time I work out. Like I've been kind of toning it down a little bit just because, as far as just going to the gym, just because I've been, you know, obviously I'm trying to work and, you know, build up my business a little bit more, but every time I go to the gym, at least 15 minutes in that bitch after I'm done working out, and just fucking, anything, decompress. Stretch, yeah, you know, let your thoughts out. You know, whatever you're feeling for that day.
Stretching in the sun is good. It's really good for your muscles and everything because it's that warm.
Yeah, opens up your blood vessels, good for your muscle recovery, all that shit. Yeah, I mean, that shit definitely is.
I'm going to the gym tomorrow.
Hey,
I was already supposed to go today, but it's whole rain and I had to do hair again.
It's Sunday too.
Like, I know.
Sundays for me is like, and I'm sure for most people, but like that's the one day that it's like, I don't want to do shit. I just want to fucking hang out, chill, do nothing, have a lazy day, play video games, fuck off, get high, whatever the fucking, just fucking. I don't want to do shit.
That's what I was
thinking. If it's something little, like it's like doing a podcast, I don't mind because it's like chill, relax, just talking, but anything else, like, nah, we'll save that for tomorrow. Yeah, I got 6 other days that I can do this shit. Not today.
Yeah, I feel that, you know, especially me. I'm the type of person who never sits down. Like, I'm working, and then I didn't know I worked an overtime shift, and they call me like, "Oh, hey, where you guys supposed to be working?" I said, "Really?" And I had to go to work. I have to do hair. I have 2 heads to do. You know what I'm saying? I really got to deal with this. I'm like, damn, like a bitch be tired. I'm like,
shit. You be braiding hair and shit like that? Mm-hmm. Damn, I'm gonna need to hit you up because I got an event that I'm doing at the end of September. And I would like to have my hair braided for that, so
let me know.
I'm gonna let you know because I don't pull out the braids too often, but when I do, it's got to be for for a special occasion. That shit's at the Dr. Phillips Center. It's called, I think, like the Dreams Showcase or something like that. So I mean, I'm pretty excited for that. It's actually, you know, do a little cheap plug, real quick little promo, but yeah, no, who was it? DJ Red Tables. I think.
I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah, I know because I know we have we follow a lot of the same people, but he hit me up just kind of off the strength of like, hey, like, we're seeing you posting a lot. I see your videos, you know, your reels a lot on Instagram. Like, we're about to do this event at the end of September. Like, would you want to do the live interviews? Like, fuck, sure. I'm like, what's the deal with it? He's like, it's gonna be at the Dr. Phillips Center. You know, I think there's like 15 artists and like some VIP guests that I'm gonna be interviewing. There's gonna be advertisers there, business and all that shit, and they want to pay me on top of it. I'm like, dude, where do I sign up? Like, that's like, it's such a great opportunity, just kind of to get myself out there and like, because I don't really like going out and like going to these events and popping out like that.
I know, that's my problem. Oh my gosh, but you know, you gotta do that shit.
Yeah, like I actually went to, shout out to B Raw. He had something going on at the Olive Bar, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, last night. So I popped out for a little bit, but I didn't realize, I should have known better just off of when we went to that live stream, that he wasn't going to be on time. I got there a little early and I'm like, damn, like it's about to be 10:30. He said that they were going to be there between like 9:30 and 10:30. So like I got there around like a little bit after 9:30, you know, chill, got a drink, whatever. But I hadn't eaten yet. Like I hadn't eaten dinner. I'm like, damn, like if this shit don't get start going a little bit, like I'm going to have to go because I'm hungry as fuck right now. Yeah. But, you know, I made sure I said hey to everybody, you know, shook hands, whatever, said what's up. But like, I'm like, yeah, I got to go because your boy's hungry. But yeah, so I mean, that's the one thing that I really don't really like doing too much, just because it's like, one, like, yeah, I'm a homebody, but two, like, some of these, like, a lot of these networking events don't really make it ideal to network because they got fucking loud ass fucking music and shit like that, and it's not really, to me, it's not really conducive to an environment of like sitting down, exchanging information, getting to know people and shit like that. You got to be in people's ear like this, like, hey, like, and it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to fucking like network, talk to people and shit like that. Like I went to Content Z last month, and that was pretty dope. It was a good thing, you know, opportunity. Like I met people, had people on the podcast from that and all that shit. But that's the one thing that I would say, that like they had a DJ, but the music was loud as fuck. So like you kind of had to like be all up in each other's shit talking. I'm just like,
I went to one like years ago. I think it was probably their first one or the second one. I think my son was like, it was even 1 year. Maybe he was one. I don't remember. But it was fun though. But I do see where you're coming from with the loud music and trying to communicate and stuff, and not being able to communicate because it is hard. You want to just be able to like, hey, you know, what's your business? Maybe have like an event with like different categories. Yeah. Everybody's there and people just go around. That'd be dope.
Yeah. So. No, it was dope though. Like I said, I met people and like I've had like 2 people already on there from that I met on the podcast already. So like it did what it needed to do, but like, yeah, just kind of, you know, I guess make it more conducive to a networking environment and shit like that. And like it kind of felt like it was more like a club at a certain point, and like which I get it, like, you know, do that, but like I feel like have time for that, and but then also have time where it's like, you know, have some little background music, like someone mixing a little bit, like so that people can get a chance to talk.
And have it actually on that time to
yeah. So no, but it was dope though. I'll probably go again. Shout out to I4 Chapman. He was the one that set that event up. Yeah. Shout out to my dog EA Longway, all them over there. So that shit was dope. But yeah, that's the one thing that I need to kind of get better at is just showing face. And so that people can put a name to the face of the name. There you go. Yeah, I was about to say that shit backwards. I get you. Yeah, because like a lot of people like don't even like. I've noticed that like especially like in the last couple months, they'd be like, "What's your name again? What's your name?" It's like they just know me as No Hangover, which I don't mind because it's like I want to put the brand out there more than I want to put myself out there. But like at this moment, like I am the brand. Like it's just me doing it. Yeah, so it's like. Well, yeah, I kind of have to, but you know, having Nate, you know, he sends a lot of people my way and shit like that, and like I said, since I take it over like myself completely in the beginning or the end of last year, like you know, people have been reaching out to me now and things like that, and you know, just being able to be more consistent and like putting out things in a timely manner that I feel like works for me. And again, I think it's
getting there.
Yeah, I did like a 90-day challenge where I posted on Instagram and on my socials for like 90 days straight, and I was posting 3 videos a day. So I mean, I'm no fucking math whiz, but that's a lot of fucking videos out there and reels and shit. So like, you know, just people off the strength of that, and like people just like to see that you're fucking consistent and working.
They love visuals, they love everything. So you're doing good, bro. That's what you gotta do. I'm the same way. Like right now, I'm trying to just get as much content as I can together, and then just have things to post on a posting streak. You know what I'm saying? To get things going. Like, okay, I know I got this, and I got this, and now I got this. Boom, boom, boom. People are like, oh shit, okay, you know what I'm saying? Shit, all his shit again. Okay, girl.
And it helps too. Like, there's so many different apps too. Like, I use Opus Clips to help me. So I'll upload my video to YouTube or whatever. Take the link to that, upload it to Opus Clips, and it cuts like 30-40 reels for me. So then I can still edit them, you know, change the camera angles and all that shit, and then I can also link my social medias to it too, so then I can schedule all that. So I mean, that fucking helped tremendously. But there's like, I think there's another one called Hootsuite that's kind of the same thing, that you just, you know, connect your socials to it and all that. So, you know, shit like that definitely helps too, because, you know, it's, you know, especially for me, like, you know, like the editing process is not hard, but like it can get very tedious and very time consuming, and like
especially if you're doing everything yourself,
right? And then when you're trying to, even like a minute reel can take like 5-7 minutes to cut, edit, you know, do what you want to do to it. Now, you know, times that you got to do that 10-15 more times, so then you have enough content and shit like that. That shit adds up. So, you know, trying to find different ways just to kind of minimize what it takes to put out an episode and get everything as far as like the reels and all that shit you know, ready to go, definitely it helps. So, you know, it is a labor of love, but you know, like we've both been saying, I'd much rather be putting in this time in myself and investing it in myself than working for somebody and seeing a fraction of the work that I'm actually doing.
And regret it later. You just gotta keep doing what you gotta do. Hey, have faith. Whatever you believe in, you know what I'm saying? They just be consistent, and you got to put the work in, manifest, and do all that, because you can't just expect to have it and don't put the work in. So that's what I always say. That's what I always remind myself and everything. At the end of the day, you got to put the work in, plus manifestation, plus prayer, plus faith, and consistency. For real.
That's the formula right there. If you didn't hear that, that's the fucking formula right there to anything. I mean, and that's the one thing that, like, anybody that I do talk to that is successful business owner and things like that kind of preach the same thing, like, hey, put your head down and fucking work, dude. You know what and that's the thing, most people know what they have to do. You know, it's not like at this point in your life, like, most people know, like, this is what works, this is what doesn't work, this is what's gonna work for me, this is how I can schedule, that's, you know, gonna be, you know, help me out. And it's just, again, you know,
a lot of people just complain too.
Yeah, looking for, you know, they like, self-sabotage and shit. Like, you know, people will look for reasons not to do something when it's like, I get that shit because it's scary. Like, I'm going through that shit right now, and there's times where I'm like, damn, like, I still got this to pay. This shit's coming up. Like I'm able to find steady work, and like luckily like I've made enough connections and I know enough people, and like I work, when I do work, like people know what I'm good for. So like I've been able to build connections like that. But there's still those moments where it's like, you might have a day or, 2 slow days in a row where it's like, damn, like I got my car insurance coming up. I got my car note, rent's around the corner. I got this. And it's like, how am I going to like, you just kind of get in your head a little bit. But I feel like that's, that's part of it. I feel like
then
that's.
The time comes and you pay, you're like, wow.
Yeah, for real.
God got me.
For real. And then, fast forward 4, 5, 6 months, it's like, all right, I got more money to cover my bills, and I can, so like it's scary, but I feel like it's a good scary. Like I feel like to have that feeling of like, it will push you to do things that maybe you didn't think you could do, or that you knew that you could do, but you just needed that extra push to fucking do that shit. So. I encourage anybody to, even if it is in a 9 to 5, but you want to apply to a position that you don't feel like you could get, fuck it.
Apply.
Do it. Yeah.
You never know.
For real. What's the worst that could happen? You don't get in, you're still at where you're at anyway. So, like, at least if you try, like, you'll know what it is.
Figure out your steps, whatever you need to get there.
Right. So,
Most definitely, y'all just go and get it, believe in yourself, believe in the process. And it takes time, and it's not going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy.
No, it ain't.
Definitely not.
How's the music been coming along? What you did? I saw you just put out a video recently. B-Raw did the Back to the Features thing, and you had a song on there that was doing pretty well and things like that. So how's that been going for you?
Everything's good. People fuck with me. I still fuck with the people around my circle. People who I like to work with. People who I appreciate and love their journey. Also, at the end of the day. I've been doing some more features. I dropped an EP back in February, so I still post a little bit of that. My features I did with B-Raw and my homie T Slaughter. Appreciate y'all for having me and trusting me on your track. So I'm just working on something. Me and my brother just made a song together.
Oh, weird.
His name is Don Lex. He is more on the Haitian end and stuff, but he's more a producer too. Like he started producing and now he makes music, but he's very, very connected and he does his thing and trying to get me right. So we're just trying to get things together going and see what we finna shake up.
Yeah, that's what's up. How's Lloyd doing?
Lloyd's doing good.
Good shit. I haven't heard from him in a minute, but I mean, he's the one that got you on the podcast and introduced us. So
yeah, he's doing good.
That's what's up.
I forgot that he was the one, to be honest. He's like, oh, my friends have a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everything's good.
Shit.
Go to music, just working on stuff and figuring out exactly what route I want to take and what I want to do. But the music is always going to be here. I still have a lot of music on my phone that needs to be released, but I want to make more visuals. So that's the thing too. But we're getting there. You know what I'm saying?
How do you decide like who you want to work with, or, like as far as like anything, like whether it's on a song specifically or like videographers or things like that? Like how are you choosing to like who you want to work with and who you want, especially like. Because you seem very hands-on, so it seems like, when you do, I'm sure when you have like a song idea, like you know what you want, you know how you want it to sound like. If you have a music video, you know what you want it to look like and things like that. So how are you deciding like this person I know is, I
gotta vibe with you. Number one, I gotta vibe with your music. You know what I'm saying? There's some I can vibe with more or less. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day. They want help, they want boost or whatever, and I get my money for it, But if I absolutely do not like your music, I will not do it. I really won't.
That's fair though. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But I work with people who I see can help, benefit me. We can create a vibe together, and different things. I don't mind collabing just with that, but it's either I get paid for the feature, paying for the feature, or it's a free feature or whatever we're doing for just collabing. It's that, and I really gotta fuck with you, and I really gotta, see your process and know that you really want this, But it's just really off the vibe and seeing how you move, That's how I really choose. I'm not gonna work with everyone and anyone.
Yeah.
And some people be like, oh, I ain't paying that. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Then go work with somebody else. The fuck. Your music is trash anyways. The fuck, you want me to be on a song with you, my nigga? The fuck.
How'd you and B Raw link up? Like, did you? I'm sure you guys knew like mutual people and things like that. But how did that? We
known each other for a while.
Oh, word.
Like 2017.
Oh shit.
2018. Me and my friend, he linked me up to him one day, and yeah, ever since we all did music, you know, that's when I first started getting into music. But yeah, without B Raw.
Yeah, no, he's a dope dude. Cool dude.
He's cool.
He definitely is. For the people trying to help, trying to push, especially the Orlando music scene. He's really trying to push that and put on.
For sure. Yeah. I saw like the Back to Future shit. I was like, yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah, that shit was a dope concept, and to be able to get that many different artists on and make it work, like you got to be good people. Like
different vibe and everything.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty dope. Especially, I mean, like I haven't really been like in the music scene in Orlando too much, but the more people I talk to, there seems to be like a common thread of like what needs to be fixed and things like that. And I feel like doing shit like that, helps.
Especially having all different type of vibes and everything.
Right.
Together, and we just made it work. And I appreciate anybody whoever comes to me. I'd be like, damn, you fuck with me that much? You want to put me on your song? Like, you really fuck with me that much? Like, sometimes I make shit. I'm just like, wow, did I fucking make that? Like, you really fuck with me like that? Like, imagine if I really put myself out there. It
definitely is humbling, especially when people are coming up to you and like they want to work with you directly and shit like that. It's like,
oh man, especially when I go perform anywhere and whatever, people be showing me love. Like,
when was the last time you did a live performance?
It was for that. What was that? It was. I'm trying to remember the name of the event, but. It's H Dot and the other dude Gumbo who do.
Oh, We Got the City.
Yeah. We Got the City. There you go.
Shout out to Gumbo. I had him on too. He's a cool dude. He's a funny dude. Yeah, I fuck with him though. Like he be hustling. I fuck with him.
His African ass. Yeah, he's cool as fuck. I think it was like probably a couple months ago or whatever, but I went on there. It was pretty lit that day, yo. That day was really put. Like all the artists that were there, they was fucking shit up. Like
I be seeing the videos. Like it looks like he gets that shit fucking. They get that shit popping over there.
It was fucking lit. The last time I went, I was like, yo, this is actually one night where I actually been to like a showcase and everybody is songs are like are lit. You know what I'm saying? There's only like 5 people out of probably 20 something people.
You be getting a lot of artists on there and shit, or like
some days be different, but the last time I went, it's probably getting just more motion and stuff like that. So people were coming, but it was pretty lit that day. It was really pretty fucking lit. I was like, okay, but I don't go as often. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there all the time, but I do go here and there whenever they invite me and stuff. I'm like, I got a life, I got this shit I'm trying to do right now. And I'm not, it's not like I'm getting paid. We come out, we do stuff, and baby, I can't keep coming out and not getting paid.
You gotta get me out of bed, shit. Get me out of the house. Give me a reason. Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, I still fuck with everybody who wants me to come out, who fuck with me. I really appreciate all the support, even in my inconsistency. But y'all know y'all really love this shit, and life just happens. And whenever it's my time, will be my time.
What is the rest of the year looking like for you? Because it's already shit. We're about to close out the year. You got anything like you dropping, or any like plans, or is it just more of like just trying to get things together?
Yeah, it's more of getting things together. Most likely gonna drop the song with my brother. I know he probably wants to do a video. So yeah, I'll probably drop 1 or 2 songs because I know somebody else wants to give me a feature. You know what I'm saying? People want to get me on stuff. It's really on their timing. So yeah, it's more of getting more videos and content, together to be ready to start dropping it. You know what I'm saying? With the year content and everything. So are you just doing like strictly like music stuff as far as content? Or are you gonna like get into like behind the scenes stuff, or like I don't know, whatever the fuck people do for content nowadays? Yeah, it'll be more like, even because I'm on TikTok more again now. It'll be Get Ready With Me's, whatever. I'll just do a little bit of everything. It's not gonna be all the time. Like cooking videos. I want to get back into doing skits. I was doing skits for a while, and I think they're pretty fucking funny. So
I'm sure B Raw hit you up soon. He's been doing his skits, and I'm not gonna lie, some of those shits are funny as fuck.
Yeah, we talked about it. We just haven't had time to link up yet, but a couple of us are trying to link up and get that right. So
Tony Rose too, and his squad over there, they've been doing all the skits and all that shit.
I'm gonna get back on it. Shit, I'm gonna be back on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying this to people that come on, especially that are in doing music or some type of entertainment. Like, now's the time, because Orlando is. I saw it's the second fastest growing city in the nation right now, behind Austin, Texas. So like, you got mad people moving here, people with money. I think I forget how many number of millionaires have moved here in the last year or so. So like, there's different expansions, renovating a lot of different shit downtown. They're gonna renovate the Camping World. They're doing like they're trying to do some like canopy thing over, that section of I-4 right by downtown, how it has like all that overpass and all that shit. They're trying to like renovate that and put like shops and kiosks and like really. So I mean, it's gonna be, there's a lot of shit coming to Orlando, and like, especially as like an artist, musician, content creator, like even starting a business, things like that. Like, now's that time to really like build that foundation and get rooted in it, because 2-3 years, those same people that were moving here because they see Orlando as a untapped gold mine at this point, all that shit's gonna be established. So like, now is the time to lay that groundwork, get things going, put things in motion, because like I said, there's a lot of people with money that are coming from New York, from Chicago, from LA, that are moving here to set up shop, and there's gonna be a lot of opportunity for people like you and me that are trying to fucking be our own boss, do landscaping, cooking, do podcasts, do music, shit like that, and really, those avenues are really opening up. So, that's one thing that I feel like just artists in general in Orlando. I mean, I guess people in Orlando. I feel like they're not really tapped into what's going on, and like not really seeing like. Like I said, the potential that is, like, especially when you're from somewhere, like, I get it, like, you kind of can get, it can get boring, and you get used to what's around you and shit like that. But like, for me, I lived out of Orlando for a year. Like, I moved around, and like, I moved to a smaller town, so like, I was able to see, Orlando's not the biggest city, but like, there's potential, and like, there's a lot of shit going on. If you can't find something going on, like, it's probably a you problem. It's not an Orlando problem. So like, and then coming back and just kind of seeing how things are moving, how things are going, the trajectory of what Orlando can be, and it's like again, it's great spot to be in, because it's 4 hours away from Miami, 6 away from Atlanta. Like, it's right in the middle of two hubs like that. There's a lot of people that are coming in and out of Orlando just as tourists and things like that. So I mean, there's a lot of opportunity to like get to people, have people hear your shit. Get in the front of certain people and things like that. And the older you get, I feel like the more you start to realize it's not really about what you know, it's about who you know. Because you can have a fucking well of knowledge and like know everything in the world, but if you don't have anybody to get your shit out to, then it really is useless and pointless at that point. So you got to be able to talk to people and get in front of the right people, and I guess, for lack of a better term, like, learn how to use the people around you. And like, people hear that, and I feel like kind of it comes off as like negative and shit, but it's like, no, like, I feel like when you're in this type of space, you kind of know what the deal is. Like, if we can benefit each other, like, that is the most, that's what we're trying to do. Like, something might be a little bit more one-sided than the other, but like, we're trying to, both of us are trying to gain something.
And once they go up, feel me, it's just how it goes.
Right. So I mean, it's just, one thing I've also realized too is that a lot of people just need to get out of their feelings with some shit.
Take criticism and do stuff, but that's the way life is.
But it is hard too, especially like in music and shit. Huh?
So we gotta wrap it up soon.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, but especially in music and shit too. Like when you're putting something that you're doing, putting your emotion and shit out there too. So I get that.
But, my feelings. I got all the feelings. But no, sometimes I think it's the best release though. So I do it for people who relate, who need to release, or who can't express their emotions, and maybe you might find a song that's good for you to help you express it. So for sure. But you got anything else you want to say before we wrap this up and sign off? And I want to say thank you for having me. Once
always
again,
always welcome.
Y'all follow me on my socials at the official Marzz with 2 Z's. Okay, TikTok, Instagram. Facebook is Marty Marzz with 2 Z's. I haven't posted much on there, but but yeah, so check me out. I'll be posting on there shortly. Okay, my YouTube Check out my music videos. Link in bio on my Instagram. So again, the Official Marzz with 2 Z's. Check out my EP. I appreciate all the love and support from all my fans and people who fuck with me, and appreciate support from No Hangover Podcast for having me once again. Make sure y'all support him and support me in my music. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So you're always welcome. Whenever you're ready, just hit me up. We can get shit popping. Yes, but that is episode 232 of the No Hangover Podcast. As always, like, comment, subscribe, rate, follow across all platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. And we're on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on our socials on Instagram at No Hangover Podcast and on TikTok at No_Hangover. Period. This is episode 232. Everybody love everybody. Deuces.
Bye.